Okay, we're doing another replay review from War League. I know I haven't really posted any of them in a while, and unfortunately, they just do not get as many views as other content. But I do want to try to post like any interesting games I had, so I figured this one would be good as any because uh, I play against Sizzle, and as you may know, he's kind of a cool guy. He's won a couple of Edison tournaments, so he's kind of like a champion. So pretty exciting to play against him. So let's see the game. So I'm going second. So as you can see, I'm on Vayu. Very orange heavy hand, but you know, let's see what he does. Goes for Trooper. Mills bottomless to Vayu, so mirror match, always fun. I feel like the mirror match kind of like, it gets like 50-50 love-hate. I don't think it's that bad, but it can also be very scary to play against, so but then again, the black queen mirror is terrible, so I think I'll stick with this mirror match. But I digress. So yeah, he does the Trooper, just passes. So when Vayu players don't set a bunch of traps, you kind of get the impression they have a lot of goodies in their hand, like Dark Armed, Burial Caius, maybe like an Arma or Rhoda, so potentially very aggressive hand, and my hand's a bunch of setting monsters, and the Arma's okay, but like, if his hand's like too fast, then even if I send like a Necro Garden, I'm just gonna get killed anyway. And of course I draw the Heavy Storm with no back row. But I still think setting Raiko is a bit too dangerous for what he is threatening. So we do send the Gardna and kill the Trooper, because we definitely don't want him to mill anymore. Like, yeah, definitely this play is better than Vayu attack. Because we want some assurance from getting OTK'd. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we have to hope, So he does have the Arma. Does have 3 darks. Nothing I can do about it. Yep, as expected. I'm not dead, but I do need to draw basically Brain Controller Bust. That's basically where I am. And I just scoop immediately because I can't do anything. That's how it goes sometimes with Vayu Mirrors and Dark Arm Dragon, Going second, I open 4 of the same cards as I did in game 1, and double Raiko, which is kind of annoying. But at least I have 2 traps, so it's not like I can set a Raiko with a deep prison and like not have to worry about an Armageddon or a card trooper killing it for free. So that is what we do. I don't set the bottomless because I don't really see anything that I will need to bottomless turn 1 that I can't just deep prison. And I obviously don't want to set both because I have heavy. So like, even if he went for like Grepher into Armed Wing, I can just prison the Armed Wing. Like, I don't need to have the bottomless, but the Dimensional Prison covers the Trooper as well. Okay, so he does Armas and Necro, that's fine. I'm not gonna deep prison this. Like, sure, it'll get to kill the Arma will get to kill my Raiko, but I have another one anyway, so it's like, not too worried about it, and you do want to clear, because he sent Necro, you do want the body gone, so he can't Caius. Okay, so we mill some limited cards, but we do mill a value. So, and pretty good that we milled the charge too, because we have so many Raikos. So that's one. Draw Crow, really good. So we have the option to normal the Arma, send our Sirocco to get the Armdwing online, or just set Raiko again. I'm pretty inclined to... I don't think you could go wrong, like, either going Arma or Raiko. But, like, I do want to send the other value piece so I don't draw it. That's also important. And I just want to start setting up my grave before he does. That's my logic. And, like, I want to get some damage in. So yeah, I do go for the Arma. Do I summon the Armed? No, I don't think I do. I don't see the need to play into the bottomless just yet. Or Battle Trap. We can just hit. Still not setting because, like I said before, I want to use Storm. And like, if he could have MST, like, we can't play around every single card, you know. But like, and we have DD Crow, so we can stop a Vayu summon anyway, so we don't need to set bottomless. And like, if he goes set Raiko, we don't want to have like too many back rows set for him to target with the Raiko. As for Rhoda, Sun's Plague, so he is at 3. I could have preemptively DD Crow'd the Plague in case he had Dad, but I decided not to, and like, I don't know, maybe that was too risky of me to do, but like, I guess because ideally I want to hold the Crow for the Plague and make him stack a card. So like, and if he like tries to go like, he might try to go for like a Brio deck, because he doesn't want to banish these cards for Dad. If he had it, like, he may go for a stack Plague, and then he'll still be at 3 darks because he'll have the 2 Armas. So he might be trying to go for that play. And I'm just hoping he just doesn't drop it right now, because that would be pretty bad for me, and I like don't have a current out to Dad because I didn't set my bottomless. So like, I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to DD Crow here, but like, well, I'm curious what people will think. I obviously choose to wait for him to stack and I get rewarded, but like, I don't know, like, he had Dad last game. Like, does he really have it again? That's also something to think about. But yeah, that's what I did. And then, yeah, I've already made up my mind I was gonna deprison this Arma to prevent him from getting the 3rd dark that way. So I draw my own Dad for turn, which is pretty funny, since I just used my Crow. He does Crow in the standby phase. Reasonable. So here I am thinking he has the Arma and the Plague Spreader banished, which I banished for him. So a return play could be kinda nasty, in my opinion. So after I attack, I decide to Heavy Storm because, yeah, return would be very bad for me. And also, because I have the bottomless, like, he could have like a solemn set or something, or maybe even like an MST, maybe, to stop my, well, no, it wouldn't be MST, I think, because he might have just MST'd in the last turn. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, solemn or something to get rid of my bottomless. Mainly I'm worried about return, but making my bottomless safe is also the second concern. So in case he did have like a dad, I can deal with it. So yeah, set my Raiko. He does have the dad. Fortunately, we do have the stop. That's a monster. So I summon the Necro because if it's a hamster, I want to attack over something. Mills mind and brain, pretty good for us. And we drop our own dad and it's over from here. We have the Necro too, which is very broken. Okay, so on to game 3. So we've opened Heavy Storm all 3 games, which is kind of funny. It wasn't very useful at all in game 1. It's pretty good in game 2, so let's see how good it is in game 3. Goes T-set. So yeah, we have 2 avenues of play. We go for an Arma, I guess technically 3. We can Rhoda for Arma, send a piece. We can Rhoda for Necrogardna and use Greffer. Or we can also just summon the Card Trooper. So I kind of want to get the Trooper Mills before I decide what to use what to Rhoda for, because we can Greffer the Necrogardna, but we don't have a dark in our hand to use even if we do protect the Greffer, so it's like we're kind of just relying on what we top deck. But with Trooper, we get mills, we get a potential draw, so we get more options. So I am going to Heavy Storm because I think getting my Trooper deprisoned will probably be very bad for me, and I'm probably am likely to lose because I'm down on the summon. He gets to keep his like Raiko / hamster. Yeah, I need the attack to go through, and hope I hit a Raiko. Okay, Mildar dad, which is annoying, but it's okay. We don't need him. But Bayou's good, so it sets us up for what we want to do with Greffer and Road in the following turn. It's a hamster, which sucks. Means I can't set any of these. So I'm just like praying I don't get OTK'd. I don't know how he could. It would have to be like a Greffer special, pitch Roko, have a Caius, and like dad. It would just be, it would have to be like a worst case scenario, and like I obviously can't do anything about that, But I also don't want just to let him pop one of these for free and then Kai's my guy. Like, if you have the Kai's, I'm gonna make you, like, special summon Greffer and do it that way. Because, like, he's not gonna just flip Raikou and not destroy. That'll be just a waste. He's too good to do something like that. So yeah, we're just chilling. He does have Greffer, but it is a normal summon. So I'm not too worried about that. He does opt to go for the Arndwing. We have no stops. Draw an Allure, which is really good. Because this Greffer is potential Allure food. Draw another Greffer, so... yeah. So here, we've got some things to think about. I mean, mainly the main question is, do you Allure first or do you Rhoda first? Because obviously we know what we want to banish. But I think we've already, like, lost most of our life. So I do want to get Necro live ASAP. Because we do have 2 battle traps, but we also have to, like... We can't attack over the Raikou and stuff, so we don't have to worry about it getting popped. But Caius is another concern. So... yeah, and we could... I don't think Rhoda for Arma makes much sense, because we already have, like... It just... We want to be able to, like, worst case scenario, have something to deal with the... Okay, I'm not making any sense right now, so disregard what I said just now. All I'm saying, basically what I'm saying is, I want Necrogardna, so that's why I'm Rotoing for it. And now I Allure, because I do not want to draw the Necrogardna. We do draw another Garnet, which is Plague. Kind of annoying, but we want to... We do want to save that for later. So, Greffer goes. We do the charge play. Dex in some more. Braincon gone. It's whatever. MST gone. He doesn't have traps. It's fine. Here I'm thinking if he has Crow, because he doesn't have any traps. And, like, I don't think there's anything I can do if he does have Crow. Like, if he Crows Vayu, I basically just have to... I guess I'm just thinking if he has Crow for Vayu, I think I have to attack the Raikou, right? But, like, leaving Greffer's also a problem, because he sends a Dark, gets Plague, he can go for Brio / Stardust, and, like, I don't have any chainable back rows, so it'll be pretty bad. So again, I'm just hoping he doesn't have Crow at this point, because if he does, then I'm just in a super bad spot. But he doesn't. So yeah. Kill the Greffer, prevent him from sending Plague. And then we kill the Raikou. Kills Armed, pretty reasonable. Mill's Return, Braincon Gale, pretty good for me. Then main phase 2, I'm thinking about whether to set 1 or 2 of the battle traps. 'Cause, like, I choose to set 2 because I'm trying to dissuade him from going for like a crazy play to try to kill me. Because like I could have like a solemn set or like a torrential or another bottomless, and I still have necro in my grave, so I can't be easily killed anyway. So I'm just trying to discourage him from going too crazy. Like if he has like heavy Caius dad, then he's the best. So we're just trying to stay alive. Caius on the Greffer be a little annoying, but we do have traps to deal with it if he doesn't have a dad to go with it. I guess he probably would Caius the Greffer because of Necro, not any of the back. It depends on what he has. Like with Return Milled, I'm basically worried about Dad and Burial at this point. Only Dad and Burial, which is a funny thing to say because those are some important cards to be worried about, but you know how it goes. Just attacks, which pretty relieved. Yeah, deprison that. Keep him off 3. T-sets. So yeah, draw TT. Pretty good. We are going to use Greffer. At this point, I'm thinking it's likely another Raikou or Vayu. Probably not Plague, because I feel like he would have summoned it in the last turn and made like either Stardust or a Thought Ruler. So I don't think it's Plague. And I believe Sizzle is playing Charge, so he is likely just on the 1 hamster. I forget. But yeah, we just have to attack. The Raikou will hit our back row, unfortunately, but it's okay because we drew another one. I set everything. You might be thinking, wow, why are you setting Raikou with a torrential? Like, then don't you want to save the Raikou? And the answer is, look, with the grave I have and my banished zone, I really don't want to mill any more cards because I still have like cards I want to draw, like Return, Burial, if this Raikou goes to the grave, Chaos Sorcerer is also a pretty good card to draw. And I have another Caius too, so if I have to TT my board, like, and the Greffer's already done what it's supposed to do, so like if I have to TT my board, then so be it, but I'm setting it to give him, like, I'm up on 2 summons, so I want to, he needs like to clear the Greffer and my set monster, so it just gives him more stuff to deal with. So I'm not really caring about this Raikou anymore. Does have Greffer. Pitches the Plague. So not sure if he had the Plague the last turn, because like I said, I wasn't sure if he had, I'm not so sure like if he would just attack if he had the Plague already, you know. So he does send his thing, so now he has an option to make a synchro. Yeah. He thinks for a bit here. Obviously I'm gonna torrential because Stardust would be very annoying for me. Dark End less so, but because I have TT, I'm obviously just gonna do that. So now we're kind of in a simplified game state. He has 1 back row. My guess at this point, it's either another bottomless or a D prison. So I just try to bait it out. I draw the return, which is really good, which just means I can bait out the bottomless. Does. So I'm in a really good spot right now. See, he just passes. Could be Gores. Draw Crow. So since I have the return set, we're obviously thinking, how do we kill him? We can bring back 4 of our monsters. Plus we have a plague. So I don't think we can game from in this turn, because so that's 16, 36, and then 36 plus 17 is 53. And we don't have like any armed wing, we don't have any black wing sinkers in our grave, so like we can't like pitch Crow with Grefferin and send the last value. That's not gonna be enough. And same goes for the pump, it's just not enough. And we could stack DD Crow for Plague and then make a Goyo, but that is also not enough either. So, and I don't really want to stack my Crow, basically, because at this point I'm basically trying to play around an Armageddon top deck. Burial would be a bit annoying, but we still have the Garnet, so we're not like dead if he burials, because he can bring back, it depends if he wants to bring back like these 2 or these 2 plus Plague, and then yeah, assuming, well, maybe we would be dead if he has burial, but yeah, I have to think about that some more, because regardless, we can't kill this turn anyway, so I just pass. I think if he did have the specifically like burial, I'd have to DD Crow the Plague. That might be where I'd be. Or if, just hope he doesn't have like Arma and burial. I think that's what I'm hoping for. He passes again. We draw Gores. Probably not gonna be able to drop it unless the return gets MST'd or stormed, which he still could draw. So I think, so here I passed my turn, but I think at this point I could have returned, brought back these. Well, first I would try to stack for Plague and see what happens, and see if he crows or not, then return. Maybe like, no, because I wouldn't have a card. I would not have the card I want to play in my hand. Sorry, I'm like trying to process my train of thought here. So basically one thing I could do is return, tribute summon Gores by tributing these 2. Then I could Greffer, send the last Vayu? No, that wouldn't work either because I'm only on 2 armed wing anyway. So even if I send like something else, no. Well, what am I saying at this point? Like, yeah, tribute these two for cores. Activate Vayu. Summon our. Oh, you can't see my extra deck, but summon the 2nd armed wing. So that would be 27 plus 23. Gotta get out my calculator because I cannot calculate for the life of me in my head. Plus 800. And then plus 17. That would be 75. So we would be able to have game. Obviously, if he DD Crows my Vayu, then I do not have game. And then, obviously, I'm also worried about Gores myself. Like, I would want to make, like, a Goyo. So I think I would try to... I could have done, like, Stack Plague first, see if he crows. But if he does, we just return him back anyway, and even if he has the Gores, we can just Goyo it, and we're basically putting him on like a really good top deck because he doesn't have a brain control, so you can't do that. It would have to be Burial. I think that's basically the only thing. But I feel like because I have like specifically Crow and Gores in my hand, I'm like, well, I can stop. I don't feel comfortable stacking this because I can just stop whatever follow-up with Arma he tries to do, or for even the Burial if he draws in it. Even if he does draw like a spell and trap removal for a return, we still have Gores, and like all his Raikos gone. I don't really see, or we're in a pretty good spot, unless he like has like specific like Mirror Force to deal with my Gores, and like he's not said anything, so like don't really think he has that right now. So yeah, we just pass. It might be wrong to pass and like not try to go for game, but like I really just feel like I can't go wrong with what I have right now, and like if I do, like it would have to be like something insane. Trooper is not really insane because like we still have the Crow, so yeah. Mills the Burial, which pretty good news for me. It means I pretty much most of all of his bombs are gone because he does not play Chaos Sorcerer, and he has way too many Darks for Dad. Necro here, maybe a little bit unnecessary, but I guess in my mind I was like, okay, well maybe he'll like set it back. I want to set up my return more. You know, I don't want to take too much damage in case I ever want to drop Gore, which may be like stupid to think about because I'm probably gonna win the next turn anyway with this return. Like, why am I like worried about taking the damage? But like, is what it is. I draw my Cyber Dragon that I sided in for going second. Which is probably like the funniest card I could draw in this scenario because I can use it on his Trooper. Like, I guess Chaos Sorcerer would also been good, but even though I would be unable to attack. Okay, we do this, and at this point, because we can contact, I feel a lot safer going for it. For game. Yep, he does have the Crow. And yeah, he just scoops it up because he realizes it's pretty over. Yeah, so we can do like a lot of stuff. We can make like we can bring back the Sirocco. We can like do the Greffer, discard our Crow, send the value, we can even Synchro Fictaster. Like there's a lot of things that fuck him over, so he understands that it's over. So yeah, kind of a big think game, but very nice that I clutched out the win, even though our team did not end up winning the week. But you know, it happens. Can't be hung up too much about it. So I just wanted to share this game for you. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.